Hey, everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Emanuel Rose, a marketing expert and author with over 30 years of experience in direct response advertising and content marketing. As the founder of Strategic E-Marketing, Emanuel helps businesses achieve success through authentic storytelling and innovative marketing strategies, including the integration of AI technology. How are you doing today, Emanuel?
Good, Anthony. It's good to be here.
And I was excited to have you on. You're doing awesome things. I really enjoyed our last conversation. I thought you were pretty cool, and other people might want to meet you. So I figured, why not have you on? But to start off, where are you located? Where are you calling in from?
Let's see. Today I'm in Reno, Nevada.
Okay. So when you say today, does that mean you're traveling a lot, or is that home?
We move around. Yeah. No, that's home. Yeah, we spent
Okay.
a lot of time on the road, both for work and also to get outside and do a fair amount of camping for my
Yeah.
hobbies, hunting and fishing, and the Starlink allows me to work from everywhere. So it's been a great innovation for me.
Yeah, it's really been a game changer for a lot of people that don't want to just sit in their office all the time.
Yeah,
Let anywhere be your office. That's a good
exactly.
selling point. So awesome. So Reno, let's say you have friends coming in the town that have never been. Where are you going? What are you doing? And what's for dinner?
Yeah, well, there's lots of great spots. Reno's the metro area is only about 500,000 people, so it's not that big. But there are great restaurants inside of the casinos, and then there's everything from sushi to steakhouses and pho and those sorts of things, and great Italian restaurants. So it just depends on what people like to do. Uh, got the Truckee River running right through town. There's a nice boardwalk area to go hang out. Play games, bar games and that kind of thing, or get outside. So almost 80% of the state is BLM property, so there's lots of outdoor pursuits to do out in Nevada.
That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds fun. And to your point, hunting and fishing, that's everywhere. So that's fun too. And camping. I imagine not ground camping, not tent camping. Or are you doing more of that, or the hiking extreme distance camping?
Yeah, no, I'm more the tent camping, but boondocking. I
Mm.
like to get out and get some space. The dog can run around. I don't have to interact with other people, and I just got a solar panel, a battery pack, and a Starlink, and I can work a little bit in the mornings and then play in the afternoons.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'd like to do more of that for sure. So, awesome. Well, what can you tell us about what you do?
Well, I have an agency called Strategic E-Marketing, and we've been doing B2B digital marketing for about 16 years now. And then I have a series of marketing books that I've written. The last book is about how to write prompts for large language models like ChatGPT, and then I have a series of children's books also that are about values clarification for kids and natural history.
Okay. Well, how'd you get started in this? You said 16 years, if I heard right. Is this something you've always wanted to do, or was it like a happy accident? What's the story there?
Well, I got fired from my last professional job, and I said, well, clearly I'm unmanageable, so I better just go work for myself.
Yeah, I like that. What kept you working for yourself? There's some people that try it out and it's not for them. What was it that hooked you and made you unemployable?
It's just I would say my desire to always be learning and being dynamic, trying and testing new marketing activities and being on the cutting edge of things, and then having control of my lifestyle. So I've been working remote for the last 16 years, and everybody got a taste of it during COVID, but that's been the lifestyle I've gotten used to.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you were ahead of the curve with working remote. So,
Yeah.
what is it that you love most about what you're doing?
I love connecting people with other people so that they can get the outcomes they're looking for. Marketing is the top of the funnel, and it's a big puzzle, and it's kind of a treasure hunt to get leads developed that are qualified for my clients, and I love that process of building good stories and creating meaningful content that triggers prospects into action.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. No, for sure. Anything that has that little bit of a puzzle aspect that's not super easy to do can definitely be something that you become passionate about, right?
Yeah,
It has to be a little difficult. If it was super easy, you wouldn't love it. It would just be something that you're doing.
exactly.
So it makes sense. So when you're looking at like your average client, the avatar of that, what are the pain points that they might be facing? That if they're dealing with X, Y, or Z, you're the person they should be talking to.
Well, it's if there's marketing debt, right? Like they just haven't quite stayed up with current activities, which now is really easy to do because AI is changing the marketing landscape every day. So we're looking for business to business clients who have a product or service that with a very defined customer base um, and are maybe they have an internal team, but they're just kind of doing the knife and fork or the chop wood carry water part of the marketing, and they need to get some of the newer techniques added in order to reach new markets and increase the number of leads and interested people in their top of the funnel.
Okay. And when you're looking at like power partners that synergize well with you, that you're able to find a lot of opportunity and collaborations or just referring back and forth, what does that look like?
Other business services are really good. So attorneys and accounting agencies definitely, and then funding sources, people that have got a stable of other B2B individuals who are looking to grow.
Okay. And then, you work with entrepreneurs all the time. You're constantly talking to business owners. What advice would you give to a newer and aspiring entrepreneur?
Say, take some time to do good high level planning, but then ready, fire, aim. Get out there and start making offers into the marketplace because sometimes, especially in new ventures, we get a little too internal focused and trying to make it perfect. But getting the market feedback as early as possible is really the power move, and uh, it allows you to cut through all the conjecture and learn valuable lessons from people who are your target market.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You can be stagnant just over analyzing everything, and you're going to eventually get started, but you just got to get this thing in place and this thing in place, and then you never actually pull the trigger. And if you ever do, you're going to fall on your face anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody
Nobody is smarter than the marketplace, so you
exactly.
got to get the offers out there.
Yeah, you're gonna fail, and it's okay. That's where you're gonna do the majority of your learning anyway. Not You're not gonna learn anything before you're off the blocks. So,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic advice. How can businesses use authentic storytelling to boost their marketing success?
Well, the change that we've observed has been the advent of AI, and so there's more content now than there was 3 years ago, and so the the business owner or business manager or CEO telling the story of uh, success that they've had with clients or new product announcements or the employee of the week. Those heartfelt stories are going to connect with people in an emotional way that big brands can't and don't put out in their marketing. So that's really the critical part is telling these stories and in a way like this. Podcasting is probably one of the most powerful tools for small and medium sized businesses to be able to get uh, truly powerful messages out to prospective clients.
Yeah, absolutely. There's you're absolutely not wrong. It is people like authenticity, right? And if you can provide that and the other guy doesn't, you're gonna win that. So awesome. And then you talked about AI, making way more content. How can AI technology enhance your content marketing and customer engagement?
Well, there's lots of automations now that we can do through software to speed up the marketing process, including say if you're shooting video, that there's software now that through the help of AI can uh, edit the video, create the shorts, create a blog post, create social media posts, all that then get verified and edited by your marketing team, but it takes what used to be a 10 to 15 hour project and it really boils it down to 1 hour. And so, in just about every part of your marketing campaign, there are tools that will speed up production um, and make it more efficient so that you can continue to enter into new markets.
Yeah, no, and that's 100% true. AI, we're just at the the precipice of it anyway, right? So, like in your opinion, where do you think AI, how big of an impact is it going to have as opposed to, like, I always like to say that if you look at, years ago within our lifetime, how big of an impact the internet had. And then you have
Yeah.
your naysayers that, oh, it's a flash in the pan and it'll go away, and where are they now? So looking at AI as the next big impact that would be of that level, I mean, can you even guess 5 years, 10 years from now what that would look like?
Well, it is tough to look 5 years in advance right now, but I'll say that we will have um, a lot less clicking around inside of software than we do now. And probably be entirely voice operated, and the meetings that we have will be only the high level conversations we need to have with the other humans in our life in order to transact business. And at that point, it's very likely that we will be talking to holograms, and not necessarily even know that we're talking to humans. I really we're seeing already the AI operating in robots. So this kind of robot will be around as a assistant, I think is how you could say it best. Um, but yeah, the agentification or agentic AI will have reached to a point where most of the remedial tasks that we do, anything looking things up on Google or anything like that, will all be handled by software and it'll be voice activated.
Yeah, it's hard to predict. It could be that, or it could be 3, 4 steps down the road from that with as fast as things can accelerate. So it's, I don't know,
Yeah,
it's wild. It's awesome to see. I love asking people that are using it in whatever industry because it's going to impact every industry. There's
sure.
not going to be one that gets. I mean, unless your industry is, nope, can't even think of a random off the wall one, but it's going to be impacted somehow. So that's awesome. How can direct response advertising help businesses generate more leads and sales?
Well, by its nature, we're looking to produce people who are ready to buy now, and we use a simple process of problem, solution, agitation, call to action, and we're building that in so that there's immediate response from the people who are ready to get going, and we're asking for the business. So it exists and it should exist in multiple places inside the sales funnel.
Awesome. So 16 years in business, countless lessons. You're obviously an expert in your field, but why you? What sets you apart, your company, you in particular, against everybody else that's might be out there doing the same thing?
I'm really able to fit marketing techniques, tactics, technology to the stated objective from the marketing team or the executive team. And there's not a one size fits all in marketing anymore. We have so many tools at our disposal. We have so much stratification and ability to get to people in specific ways. Uh, and so, over the last 30 plus years, I know what the fundamentals are and I know what the bleeding edge is, and I'm able to help find a well balanced approach to getting the results that the company or the client's looking to achieve.
Yeah, I really think that's the key is having, a foot on both sides of that fence where, you're not 100% relying on new technology and you don't know the fundamentals, and you're not 100% relying on things that used to work that might not work anymore
Right.
or as efficient, because that's all technology is doing is making, the fundamentals more efficient. So you need both. And that's super important, and it's awesome that that's where you're at, and that's what you guys are able to accomplish, because the people that have the fundamentals that can actually utilize the new technology and the AI, growth can be exponential then, right? Because there is no
Right.
limit. It's we'll see how far it goes. So I'm excited to see where you guys go in the next 16 years. So that's awesome. But overall, I know we could probably spend hours talking about all of this stuff, and especially speculation on what's going to happen, because who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But in general, is there anything that I failed to ask or I might have missed that you wanted to add?
No, I just appreciate your time, and I'm grateful for the questions, and I'm thankful that you're doing a show like this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You're doing awesome things, and like I said before, there's people out there that need people like you. Absolutely, every business, it comes down to marketing at some point. Like you said, it's the top of the funnel. It's the first thing people are going to see, so it's super vital. And for those that have more questions or want to dig a little bit deeper than we did here, how can they get a hold of you? Where can they find you?
Yeah, they can either Google Emanuel Rose or go to emmanuelrose.com.
Perfect. And I'm gonna put all that in the show notes, so it's super easy to find. We're not gonna hide it anywhere. It's gonna be right there. Go click on that. If anybody would like to get a hold of Emmanuel, do it. Right. Your business will benefit from better marketing every time. There's no reason not to try and be as good in that area as possible. It's going to help you at every level. So absolutely have a conversation with Emmanuel. He's the exact same in the one-to-one as he is here, so don't be shy. Other than that, if anybody would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, connect with a growing community of awesome people like Emmanuel. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Emmanuel, thank you so much for coming on. I love having people on like you that, like we said, you have a foot in both sides, where you have the fundamentals and you have the vision of what's to come. So it's exciting to hear people like you talk about the future, and to just kind of hear that story. So I really appreciate you coming on. Let's all have an awesome day and go grow our circles. All right.